Well, in this process, I started a little blog to help people online, and I recorded a few videos, and all of a sudden I started getting phone calls from people all over the world. People from Canada, China, trying to think, Angola, and Portugal, all over, different people. These are just some of the people I remember at the time, even Brazilians and people who were living in America, in the US, called saying, hey, I'm living here. This is really frustrating. I'm having trouble learning. Can you help us? And even though I hadn't really planned on it and intended, I actually ended up creating a little course to help out. It was actually the basis, what started the whole plain English method and our simple plan and praxis system for using your daily English praxis, which basically amounted to testing yourself, evaluating your level, setting some goals, and then developing a praxis, a daily English praxis, through a schedule of what you're going to study each day, and then work on achieving those goals to develop your English skills. And actually, if you haven't gone through and seen the plain English method, you can do that. It's available on the site. But basically, I recommend using Simpleology to set your goals. It's a really cool site. It's something I use almost every day, not just for language learning, but for setting goals, knowing what you want to achieve, and then work on achieving them, and then using I'd done this to track what I had done. This is important because many times I would feel like I'd reach the end of the week and I'd be like, man, I didn't study hardly anything. I'd feel really bad about myself and frustrated. But then when I would go back and look at everything I had done, because each day I would write down what I had studied or what I had done that day. So I would write, I studied Duolingo for 15 minutes. I watched a video for an hour, or I studied at the course for 2 hours. And then I would go back and be like, whoa, I'd actually look at what I had done. And I remember one week specifically where I felt really bad, like I hadn't studied. And when I looked at what I had tracked, I realized I had studied 10 hours that week. So that made me feel great, like even though I didn't feel like I was making progress, but when I realized how much I had studied and what I had done, I realized this was very, very important. So it was really cool. And ultimately, when we created that little course and released it, we signed up 500 students in 3 days. So it's really cool, really exciting, a lot of dynamic interaction there with those students. Some of them I still keep in touch with today, and that was back, wow, almost 10 years ago. So anyways,